Good evening, my fellow Nigerians. Um, whilst the period of politicking is over, I think that the nation needs time to heal. I really believe the government needs to put a ceasefire on any form of propaganda and politicking to allow us to heal, particularly in this period where everybody, both Muslims and Christians, needs to focus on their religious, on their religious practices in this period of both Easter and Ramadan. Please, the elections is over. Anyone that still has issues with the elections should go to the courts. Let the nation heal. Notwithstanding, this is really a message for Gbadebo in response to his highly emotional press conference. Gbadebo, you did not lose the Lagos elections because of Tinubu or Agberos. You lost it because of what you stand for. You lost it because you do not represent the wish of Lagosians. Nothing to do with Tinubu, nothing to do with Agberos. If you want to remain a politician, you need to focus your energy on presenting your credentials, not on propaganda, not on violent language, not on terrorism. You cannot continue to introduce the rules of the game and then cry for sympathy when you're defeated by your own rules. That time has gone. It has gone. Yes, Labour Party may have dominated the airspace to gain sympathy for the presidential elections. But by the gubernatorial elections, people were more awake. They were more conscious of their choices. The people of Lagos did not choose you, cannot choose you, will not choose you, must not choose you. Not because of whether you're Igbo or not Igbo, but because you did not show any credentials, because of your utterances, because of your affiliations, not because of Tinubu. People that voted against you are even anti-Tinubu. The gubernatorial elections in Lagos was a vote of protection of our heritage that you put at risk. Not a vote for Tinubu, not a vote for Sanwo-Olu. It was an alliance to rise up against the threat that you pose to this nation. So please, stop this emotional plea on people and stop threatening people when you don't get your way. It is not from today that we have been voting. If you have not been chosen, sit down quietly, wait another time. When people want you, they will choose you. You cannot keep threatening people that because things do not go your way, therefore everything is wrong. Therefore, there must be militants must come out. Therefore, Lagos must go on fire. These are the things that we're rising up against because you're showing yourself to be a terrorist, not a politician. You do not have the followership of Lagos. The presidential election was a protest vote, was very, very different. It is not the first time that we have seen it in Lagos, that they did not vote for APC for the presidential elections. Go and look at the data for 2015. Lagos voted overwhelmingly for Jonathan Goodluck. But when it came to the gubernatorial elections, they voted for who they wanted. They voted for the APC. This is no different. You were not a credible competitor. You are not a credible option. The fact that people are crying for good governance, you do not represent the good governance that we're crying for. Someone that cannot talk about his experience, his competency, his capability, is not what we're crying for good governance. You had the opportunity to sell your credentials, your economic capital. You could not do it. Instead, you were agitating for war. You were agitating for religious divide. You were agitating for tribal divisions. Everything that you've come in your press conference to cry out about, they were the rules that you brought into the game. You brought differentiation into the game of politics. We've seen it in the East. We've seen it in the East. You've tried it in Lagos, but you were beaten at your own game. So don't cry wolf. Accept defeat. I'm not in support of any malpractice, but that is not to say that you will gain sympathy for the rules that you brought into the game and you lost. Lagos did not vote for Tinubu. Lagos did not vote for Agbero. Lagos stood up against the threat that you posed to Lagos. Lagos cannot vote for somebody that said it with his own mouth, not with Tinubu's mouth, that he does not think like Yorubas. You cannot come to a people and say you don't think like them and expect their vote. You cannot come to a people and say you don't speak their language because you went to school in Paris and MIT and Nottingham. But yet, in those schools, they taught you how to speak Igbo. They did not teach you how to speak your own native language. Lagosians are not stupid. With all their other faults, they are not stupid. So face the reality. You lost because of you. You lost because of your affiliations with IPOB. Not because of a tribal divide. It is unfortunate what you are doing. You're stigmatizing well-cultured, hard-working Igbos that have lived peacefully in Lagos for a long time. You have brought tribal divide into Lagos. It has to stop. Many of us are intermarried. Many of us have Igbos in our Yoruba families. Don't bring divisions. If you want to be a politician, bring your credentials to the table. Let people assess you on your credentials, not on propaganda, not on threats. You're already threatening for the future election of 2027. These are the kind of lyrics that you bring out. And then when you're met and you're defeated, you will not accept it. You are already threatening Lagosians that you're going to come to the polls with guns, with militants. Who's going to vote for you on that basis? Even if APC is not in the race, even if Tinubu is not in the race, you cannot win Lagos on your credentials, Gbadebo. You say that you have the experience. You did not tell us this experience. You say that you worked in the Chinese government. Where? Which department? What did you do? What was your level? Who did you manage? If you worked at executive level, your name will be there. Your name will be there. It will speak for itself. Tell us where you worked. Tell us what you did that gave you the experience that justified this job that you're going for. You've tried to be local government chairman, you failed. You tried to be senator, you failed. Now you think by fire, by force, you must be governor of Lagos State. It cannot happen. Tinubu or no Tinubu, Agbero or no Agbero. Agbero in Lagos is none of your business. You're more affiliated to your roots in the East. Go and deal with the Bakassi boys in the East. Go and deal with all the poor, bad governance in the East that's making people from the East come to Lagos. If you have these credentials, showcase it in the East. Continue what your principal has started in Anambra. Reform the East. Show Lagosians what they missed out on. Don't come and be threatening us that Lagos will be on fire. You've done it once before. We will not allow you to do it again. So please stop all these threats and stop trying and stop trying to brainwash people to make it an issue of either Tinubu or you. We have options. We have our right to vote who we want. We have chosen we do not want you. So stop your propaganda and let us rest.